Hey guys, and welcome to my shop. I want to welcome you to S&C Custom Designs, where we just have a lot of fun constantly doing something, putting the sawdust out there. And so what are we working on today? The project we're working on today um, is to make simple little coaster style system so that we can roll tools that are very heavy around effortlessly. So for example, I have this 14-inch jet bandsaw. It's quite heavy. You're not going to want to move that and drag it around. You know, a lot of dragging like that can cause your machine to go out of sync and break it and whatever. You just want to be able to move it in and out of service. For example, I just moved this guy into service from over against the wall. I recently inherited 4 amazing tools. And I need to make stands. This is the 6-inch jet jointer, so I got to make one for this guy. I'm going to make a stand for this guy where the radiator arm saw is on, and I have this guy here. That's actually the one we're working on at the moment. That's so that we can put this guy on rollers like this guy. So Steve, why do you have 2 drill presses? Well, I was just given 4 amazing tools, and they're in the shop. This one here actually has some ball bearing wheels at the bottom. Very interesting concept. So that guy's all set, and we also got this this router here as well. So that's just such a blessing to SE Custom Designs. So we're going to talk about how to do this quick and dirty, right? We want to get this done quickly. I've got to make 3 of them. And so I jump started the project a little bit, and the joinery that I decided to go with are what we call just a common lap joint. And a lap joint is just when you're removing some amount of material from the one piece of stock and the other in order to receive the wood, okay? And so this here is going to give me a lot of glue up space, right? A lot of glue up space in there. And I'll probably end up just taking my pin gun, Ryobi pin gun, and just go as opposed to clamping it and that type of thing. And it'll be just fine. Okay, so I just need something quick. Now I could just basically screw the 2x4s together, but I think this is a better option for us. Now, I want to show you a little trick. Actually, let's talk about the wheels first. These are the 2 different style wheels. This is a rubber wheel here, and this is a urethane wheel. Okay, this guy locks in place. Not all wheels. Be careful before you come home and you think you got the right wheels. And you really want your wheels to lock because you don't want your tool to be moving on you, right? So this is a 1-step press down and it locks in, then you lift it up. This one here is a rocker style unit where you just rock it this way, on and off, right? So that's what I went with. I believe these are 250 to 300 pounds of weight that it can take, so I think I'm going to be okay there. And what I did is I got some, they're not in here, I got some washers and I got some lag bolts. And so essentially I will tell you, once this is all set up and glued, right, I'll just take these guys, put them here, and then I'll just lag them right in there with a washer, and I'm done, my friends. Okay, but here's the trick that I wanted to show you. Now, if you're going to remove some material from this guy, you're going to want to make sure your math and everything lines up. Well, here's a little bit of a trick. I'm just not going to care too much about what this guy is, okay? So I already removed this material. This is one way of doing this, making this simple lap joint, is on your radiator arm saw. We're going to go over to the radiator arm saw and we're going to remove that material. But you can see what it's doing is it's leaving these ridges in here. So, you know, I should probably sand that down a little bit and then put the glue on, okay? So I know we're jumping all over the place, and that's what I tend to do in the wood shop, because, you know, there is more than one way of doing a thing. There could be several ways of doing a thing, but what's the quickest and most efficient way of doing it? All right, so what I did is I don't even know what this measurement is. It doesn't matter what this measurement is. Here's the trick. You're going to take your board, you're going to set it down this way, okay? You're going to set it down, and you're just going to draw a line, just like this. And I've already done that. That's it. That's the trick. All I really have to do is flip it over once I remove that material, and it's going to fit right down in there, okay? So just don't forget to mark the area very clearly that has to get removed. I even wrote remove on there, on this one side, just for the video purposes. All right? So let's do that again. Just drop the board. We don't care what that measurement is there. Draw the line across, okay? And this is the material we're actually going to be removing. All right, so let's go ahead and come on over here. Mustn't forget my ear protection. And we're going to, I'm not going to hook up dust collection, all that sort of thing for this quick demo. We're just going to go ahead and just do this expeditiously as possible. This is my companion friend that I made. Isn't that cool? A little bit of overkill, but this is holding my camera at this approximate level at various angles, so you can see how that works. So I just take my phone, okay, drop it down in here, and let's see, this looks like it would be a better angle for me. All right, so I have, that's how that works. And all right, 6 minutes, 51 seconds. Be sure to wear ear protection. Be sure to keep your tools unplugged when they're not in use. I have them plugged in because I know I'm going to be using this. So what I'm going to do is, one possible method is to come here and remove the material with the radial arm saw. Now you could use, just want to show you guys, you can use dado blades, put stacked dado blades inside on your unit, and your table saw. Table saw is another one I didn't mention that you can use, okay? So I'm basically going to take my saw blade and drop it to just above my line. That's the method I like to go with, because what if I cut too much off? All right, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I'd rather start off shy and then work my way down, my friends. Okay, so that's approximately where it needs to go. Now, this is pretty much the method is to come back and forth removing the material. Now, I don't have stacked dado blades on here, but let's just jump into it. All right, so we're going to go set this guy over here, because that's going to be the other method. That's going to be a lot faster for us, okay? So what we're going to do, I think I moved the camera prematurely, is all I need to do is make that one cut here, okay? And for safety's sake, let's go ahead and get that camera. And you saw how long that took me. All right, again, if I had a dado blade, then that would have went a lot faster. And so that would be the end of the story. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my ear protection once more. First, I'm going to tell you this is loud. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our camera and come on over to this area. Now again, you know, not everybody's going to be fortunate enough to have a regular arm saw, and so you're going to be using other tools. You could just use a saw. I mean, for all intents and purposes. You could use the table saw. You could use, sorry about that spinning, guys, the bandsaw. So we're going to show you these couple of methods, just these two methods here. All right, let's see here. How about that for an angle? That'll be good. All right, so let's go ahead and just cut this out quick. Now, the blade I have on here is not the best. This is actually more like a scroll saw, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this piece of material here. Okay. All right, that didn't go so smooth for several reasons. One of the reasons is the blade is dull, and that's really the major reason for that. Okay, so let's just set you down here, and hopefully you'll get the idea of what it is that I'm doing here. So I'll go ahead and I'll clean this up on the bandsaw. But for the most part, you saw that if you have the right size blade on there, you could just remove that material a lot quicker than what I just did. So now look what we got here. We set this guy down in here. All right, and let's take the camera off, and we'll show you that we're done here. Our work is pretty much done here. Now I'm going to go and take a little bit more off so this guy isn't overlapping. So we'll just, like I said, what I'd rather do is take off less material and then work my way back down. Okay, now obviously this guy's going to be a little bit high because I wasn't able to go straight across, but I think you get the idea. This is a quick way of joining wood up, giving yourself lots of glue area to create these stands. And so there you go. We're going to go ahead and assemble it. Like I said, we're going to put some glue on there. I'm gonna sand up these areas first, right? Both sides. Put some glue on there. Take the pin gun. Just go, and then we'll set it aside and let it dry up. Take about 2-3 hours, really, for that to happen. And depending upon your humidity, I highly recommend getting a humidity monitor, by the way, so that you know how much humidity you have or don't have. At the moment, look at this board. I just cut this about 3 weeks ago, and he has just decided that winter's here. So, at any rate, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Again, you could do this with a saw, basically a saw like this. Okay? and you can make your lap joints like that rather quickly. It's not a big deal. Just take that wood, put it in your vise here, and take care of it that way. Radiator arm saw, yes. Bandsaw, pretty quick job it does. Sorry guys on big TVs, I'm going in a very big circle trying to go slow. And we could use the table saw. So there you go. We have lots of ideas for you. Just choose the method that is best for you and that you feel the most safe in the process. Thanks for coming into the shops of SC Custom Designs. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing to my channel. Just click the thumb or whatever it is to subscribe, and then the bell if you want to be notified that I just uploaded a video. So, and we're going to be doing some live shows. YouTube has introduced the idea that we can all chat back and forth while I do videos. So I did a beta one yesterday with literally no warning to anybody. So I think I had one person pop on there. They weren't brave enough to chat with me, and that's okay. We want to respect your privacy. So, but again, if you like what you see, we have 400 some videos covering a variety of videos that cover a variety of subjects. So if you just look around a man or a woman's shop, you can get an idea of what it is by looking at their tools that they get into. Like, for example, if you see a planer, you're going to know that we're jointing up in a jointer. We're jointing up and planing so we can make tables or specialty projects that require such precision. Here's a menorah that I have. We just did a show at the Carrot Festival, and I made several, a very elaborate menorah that sold. So I couldn't even hold on to that guy fast enough. Some of the things we're doing here. Now I want to show you this piece of wood here because I made an amazing bandsaw box out of scrap wood. All right, and it was just, you can see there's pieces just lying around. I just glued them up, and I made this bandsaw box that is out of this world. It's just really, really functional. Here's some other things. Here's a bandsaw box that we made out of a 4x4, joined up 4x4s. Okay, very simple Hanukkah like this. We have LED lights that we put in there, so we just have so much fun in the wood shop, my friends. And it's all about having a lot of fun and keeping the journey interesting. Here's some of the clamps that I have. Very simple system of a board going this way, and then like this, vertical and horizontal. And I highly recommend, that being said, that you have your clamps near your main workstation. This is a 16-foot table that I have. And look at the clamps that I have behind me. You may say, wow, that's a lot. Actually, I can have a project where I'm literally using every one and I need more. But so the idea here is to put the common clamps they're using, and so you can take them out of service and put them into service real quick and then put them back where they came from. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Take care and God bless.